Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here and welcome on into a LEGO Indiana Jones review. Today we are looking at set number 77012, the Fighter Plane Chase, which is retailing for $34.99 USD or $44.99 Canadian and is going to be available beginning on April the 1st. I was sent this set early by LEGO/Land to do a review for, and this set, if you didn't know, is based off of a scene from the third Indiana Jones film, The Last Crusade, which is my personal favorite film of the four that we've had released so far. And this scene is really great. It's sort of half of a remake from the original wave of sets, and I think that the idea of having a plane and a car is just so unique. That's not really something that I feel like happens a lot of times. So the fact that these two builds are in a set this size for this price, I think is really great. And you're also getting three really cool figures as well. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So here is the fighter plane, and this is technically a Nazi German plane. This is pretty crazy. In the film, it actually has a swastika on the side of the plane, but even just this alone, like, it's pretty I guess risque for LEGO to do. It is an army plane. Look at the sort of pattern here on the side. This is very much like an army pattern that you would find on these planes, or even just like on uniforms. Like that's pretty bold of LEGO to actually include. Like, it could have just been light gray and dark gray. So anyways, this is a really good looking plane though. In terms of the shaping of it, I think they've done a really great job. Like, some of the parts that they're using here, like these superhero stand pieces there, I think look great, as well as how the wings are on this angle. I really like that. The propellers here, I think work really well with those oar pieces. I think that's awesome too. The canopy, I think that that sticker, I wish it was printed, because you could sort of see some of the air bubbles there. It comes down to aesthetics here, and I don't like the way that really looks. It's sort of foggy, but anyways, underneath here you could see what it looks like. You've got a ton of like trans orange pieces, and that comes into a play feature here. The wheels and everything, it does actually let you drive and take off if you wanted to here in the back. Again, I like the build for that. There's a lot of like things that just couldn't have been done back then, especially right here in the front. We've got two stud shooters there, and they are launching these just flat black studs. I think look great. But anyways, let's take a look at the inside here of this canopy, shall we? So you just lift this up, and I like the inside. It's fully interiorized with sort of like the leatherish seats, it looks like. You've got two dials there, as well as this little lever to, of course, steer the plane. Then you place the pilot on the inside and reattach the canopy there, and you're good to go. I actually want to get two of these sets, since they are chased by two planes specifically, and one of them, of course, is destroyed when they go through the tunnel, so you can actually break off the wings there, and you could have the plane actually driving still with the fire, making those little sparks in the flames. I think that's just such a cool play feature. And just to jump ahead here for a second, here is the car. So, they're driving through the tunnel, and then, of course, the plane passes them there. So I think that's really awesome. Of course, the other plane is destroyed by seagulls. And unfortunately, there are no seagulls included in the set. There is something specifically tied to that scene, but nothing to like destroy the propeller or anything. I think would have been another really cool play feature to have here. I'm not a car person, and to me, it's just like, does the car get me to point A to point B? Like, I don't really care specifically what it looks like, and the same could sort of be said with me in LEGO sets. But I will say, when I see a nice looking car build, I notice it, and this is one of those times. Like, this is a very detailed set. It's not quite to the level of like a Speed Champions one, I would say. Like, I feel like they would come up with some insane builds for the back here that only Speed Champions designers do. But like, overall, like, the fact that the doors are these 2x3 panels there with a sticker on it, I think looks great how they've done that, and just how they've even got those pieces coming up here above the tires sections, I think is really cool. And the front lights there, the bumper, the grille, awesome. Really, really great. And the windscreen using that piece, like there's a ton of things here that I'm like, this is actually a really, really good set. I thought it was interesting as well that it's got a spot here in the back to have here this little chest. So this chest here, it was introduced in Harry Potter, and really I feel like it was used for Minecraft. But the top of it, I don't know if we've had a reddish brown one, but on the inside, the contents of it is an umbrella and a revolver that Indy tries to shoot at the planes with. And then also we've got the umbrella that Henry Jones Sr., of course, takes down the second plane with. And I just wish, again, we have an umbrella. I wish there was a version to open the umbrella and give us some seagulls. You also there have a spot for the suitcase, as well as, of course, 2 spots for them to sit. Even giving you enough room there in the middle between them to have an arm down and holding the diary. So I think that's really cool. And you could see what it looks like there with the figures. I think that looks really, really great. And also, I know that I didn't bash this back part, but I think it looks great. It's just not to the Speed Champions detail, but still looks really great. And I like that on the back. The only other thing that I would change about this that I feel like was such a funny detail in rewatching the scene here, one of the hubcaps is left behind because the person was working on it and they drove off. So it would have been nice if these actually did have some of the hubcaps there and only have 3 of them and then leave one on the floor. Just a small little detail I think would have been really funny. And here's this little side build, completely unnecessary, but really fun little details here. So we've got this little side. We have a warning of a tunnel coming up, of course, playing into the play feature, as well as the sign saying this way to Germany, to Berlin. I think that's awesome. Here is the Indiana Jones figure included in the set. It is actually exclusive to this set. What I really love about this is the torso. The fact that he's got this tie on, the regular shirt and the jacket, I think looks great. That's something we never had before. I really love this new hair and hat combo that they've introduced for him, with the fedora having the strap actually be printed there in dark brown. I think looks great, as well as the hair underneath. I really love that. That looks so great. And removing that, you could see what the head printing looks like. I think the smirk, the face, I think they really captured Harrison Ford there. And this sort of confused or unimpressed expression there looks really great for him as well, especially just like the different emotions that he has with his dad and the different scenes, I think is great. And I didn't mention this, but the leg printing looks great with the belt and also the gun holster. And we've also got the whip here, which never retired, so it's easy for them to bring that back. No satchel for him, though, in this set. And with Junior, there's also Henry Jones Sr. So here he is here. Unfortunately, mine's got some misprints there on the face, which is a little unfortunate. I guess it's just some gray showing in his white beard, but awesome to have this figure here updated. I love the new torso printing, just how detailed they are there. The hat, wouldn't have picked that for him. Like, he really needs a new hat, and if they introduced that here, they could have used it for other sets. So it's a little sad that they didn't do that. But the face, oh my goodness, that looks like Sean Connery there. Oh wow, perfectly emulated there in minifigure form. And you've also got the diary there, which is this 1x1 printed tile. Love the diary. I think that it looks really great on this 1x1 tile. I'm hoping in the future that hopefully, you know, if there is more sets, they could just throw it in since it's an existing print. And here is the German pilot, the Nazi pilot here. And again, the accuracy for this outfit, it's pretty astounding that LEGO did create this like pretty much perfectly in terms of its source material. The helmet, I think, is great in tan. I like, of course, the goggles there can be lowered down, and underneath the face, there's nothing special going on. This is just a generic face we've gotten a lot before. You can see the back torso printing. Looks really great. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my review of the fighter plane chase set. I think that's a pretty good value for 2 substantial builds and 3 really detailed figures, a side build. Again, I just wish in terms of the scenes that they're depicting, And I look at the Jurassic set, especially just recently with the Brachiosaurus, it's depicting two different scenes. They could have sort of tried to depict, this plane being taken out the two different ways, especially since the umbrella is included in the set. Again, just a couple of different changes here, like I mentioned here in the video. But overall, really great set. Very happy to have this half remade. But anyways, love to hear your thoughts on this set. What do you think of it? Be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so that you don't miss out on future Lego Indiana Jones set news and reviews just like this one. You can find a couple of videos here linked at the end on screen. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.